Hi, everybody. We are
Hi.
live. We are jumping around from one channel to the next. We're just having a little bit of technical difficulty. I was watching the Crone Zone a little earlier today, and they had a few bits of difficulty as well.
Oh, yeah, I
I
know it was,
know.
yeah. So we tried to go on my channel and it just wasn't having it, just not having it. So we switched to Jean. She has a better connection. Um, Hopefully some people will join us. I see at least two people have joined us. Hi.
Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. We are. What we'd like to do, actually, let me see if I have a banner that says, let me see if this one works. Messages from loved ones, name and relation, pets, name and type, spirit guides, and caps and emojis.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh, Barb's here and Jan's free. Yeah. Thank you for
thank you for
coming.
coming.
Thank you for finding us.
Yeah, so Terry, how was your weekend? Tell us a little bit about that while I edit the ticker.
Okay. My weekend was very, very interesting because I did something I have never done before, and I took part in a metaphysical fair as a vendor. So I went both Saturday and Sunday, and it was a huge, huge learning experience because normally I just do this on Zoom. I haven't because of COVID really had to do it in person, except for with my family a little bit. But I don't do my family that much because they, since they have a lot of the same gifts I have, their skin tends to feel like they're burning when I'm reading them. So I can't read them very long because they feel all electrified and weird. So that was my only in-person experience. So this was really interesting. The first day, by the way, I should say I bought the smallest little table possible, 2 feet by 1 foot. I mean, it's teeny tiny, but it was pretty. Um, and I didn't do very good the first day. Nobody really paid attention to me. I had to like grab people walking down the aisle and say, "Do you know what a medium does?" Yeah, which surprisingly a lot of people don't know. I was surprised. So but I got some good clues that first day. There was a really great medium there. She calls herself an evidentiary medium, and her name's Amanda Gale, and she doesn't have a YouTube channel or anything, but she's really a good reader. When she was, they during this whole event, every hour they have a new speaker, and she's one of those speakers. And when she was speaking and away from her booth, her husband was there, and I talked to him, and he said, "Did you go to the panel in the morning, the intuitive panel?" And I'm like, "No." And he says, "You got to go to the intuitive panel because people go there and then people stand up and ask a question and then you read and they see if they like you or not." I'm like, "Okay, I do that on YouTube all the time. I can do that." Um, However, I didn't know what might happen when I'm in person instead of just on YouTube. And it was wild. it, it was pretty wild. So people would stand up, people would ask a question. The first one, it was a how-to question, like how do you guys do X, Y, and Z? I didn't answer on that one. I didn't get anything. The next lady stood up, and there's quite a few of us on the panel. And at the other end of the panel than where I am, there was actually a lot of Wiccan witches. and they got a lot of good readings. And so they started down there because they really like to read. But I'm sitting at the other end with my mouth open, like because I see a man behind her, and I'm just sitting there staring like, really? There's really a person behind you? Really? And he's in a gold outline. I don't really see his body so much. He's more than a head taller than her. There's a gold outline. I can tell it's a man. He's very loving to her, loves her, but he's protective of her as well. So I kind of think he's an angel with that gold light. But here's the kicker, this is the weird part. Like it isn't all weird. So when it was my turn to have the mic, I said, I don't even know what question she asked because that's not what I was answering about. I'm just like, there's a man behind you in a gold outline to your left. He loves you a lot. He's very protective. And his name is Mark. Mark! And then I just handed the mic to the next guy. And it's funny, then he just read on Mark. Because the next guy was an energy worker and he was very powerful. But I was a little shocked because I'm like, am I really seeing that? And my daughter was in the audience, and I was glad she was there because you can't really judge what the audience does or looks like. You're so in yourself or in the spirit. And I had noticed from my point of view that 2/3 of the audience was like, what's going on over there? What's up with that lady? Because they'd never seen me before. 1/3 of them were scared, like, holy shit, what's going on? And what I didn't hear, my daughter said, when you said Andy's name is Mark, the whole audience went, oh. Like, oh. Okay, well, there you go. So do you want to hear one more story?
I just wanted to clarify for everybody that's here that this is the first time that you read in front of a bunch of people, and they came up and they asked the question, and the woman was standing there, and you were on a panel of other intuitive psychics and mediums and things like this. So this is your first experience of having well, like somebody unknown to you in this kind of a forum, and this is what you saw. It was so powerful. And I'm like, what would happen if we could see you guys? Like, we're answering questions thinking that it's easy, but this is the hard part. The easy part is if you're in person.
Oh my God. And it just kept going from there. I just kept throwing, not me, because I'm just the conduit, but the spirits just kept throwing curveball after curveball. The other one that was really quite notable, that was so funny even for me, was another lady stood up and said, I don't know what to do with my career. I don't know where I should be going right now. She said, I see 10 possible paths in front of me. Well, the witches at the other end, the Wiccan witches, they went right away. They told her all about how to find her path and all this, and everybody going down the line was all about how to find the path. And Terri, though, has her stage. The stage is up. The stage is there, and her spirits bring out a map on the stage. And so this is exactly how I told her. And everybody else is more, I don't know, professional or polished a little bit. I don't know about those witches though. But so I'm like, oh, I see your guides out on my stage. And I tell them about the metaphorical stage. And I said, they brought a map. There's a map. There's a path. There's 10 paths. And they've lit up which one you're supposed to do. And I said, and when I saw it, I said, ooh, I know which path. It's number 7. And then I'm like, that's less than helpful, guides. Number 7, what does that mean? And I'm like, what do I tell her? What's number 7? And they look at me with an attitude, a flat stare, and they're like, exactly. And I'm like, exactly. And I'm like, what do I tell her? And they said, tell her to quit second guessing herself and just choose one. Just choose them. They're all right. And then I handed the mic over. Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful that she knew the answer, to trust herself, that it's up to her to choose the one that's best for her. It's not to ask outside of yourself if you're uncertain. It's to go inside and do the work and see and feel the connections yourself. It's up to you which one to choose. And it's
Mhm.
her path to choose. So it's not, and this is what the guides are saying. They're saying, we can tell you, we know which one, but it's up to you to know which one is the one that resonates with you, the best path for you. And
Yeah.
it's important to know this, that they don't always tell us exactly what to tell you. um I just thought that was a beautiful learning experience, Terry.
Well, I hope she learned a lot. I learned a lot. Um, and then when I went back out on the floor, then I got more readings than the day before. But I have to say that being in person is wild, because even those readings were I was just doing 15-minute readings. Well, 15-minute-ish, maybe whatever happened. But holy smokes, people got healings. There was a lady who admitted she messed up her last relationship. She wanted to know about future relationships, and they did a healing on her that kind of blew my mind.
So
Um,
your guides, while you were giving a reading to somebody sitting right here with you, a
right,
sitter, they were sitting right here with you. You
yeah,
were giving her a reading, and your guides were instructing you on giving her a healing. Is that right?
no. They showed me something I had never seen before. I know we have. I'll just explain a little bit more. Sorry. We have our higher being up in heaven. We have us, that is, how tall we are. I did not know this, but we have a lower being too, a grubby little lower being that's not that nice. I mean, it looks like us slightly cavemanish. Isn't it? Anyway, they showed me her lower being and a cliff, like a chalk cliff, and her lower being was chiseling away at this cliff, kind of obsessively, just chiseling away. And I'm like, what is that? And they're like, well, that's her trying to create the man she wants, to create the relationship she wants. And I'm like, what's wrong? And they said, well, because that's her lower self. She's completely and utterly 100% fear driven. She's full of fear, and she's only doing this because of fear. And then so here's the answer to your question. Sorry, that's a long way to get there. No, I didn't do anything. Um, the angel Itimo came forward, and then he showed me her self now, the self now, but he showed me the self now as a stone cliff, not a soft stone cliff, a nice stone cliff. And it was in golds and creams and kind of blacks, kind of looked like an agate, very highly polished, very, very beautiful. And a Timo came over and brought with him a huge drop, gold liquid drop. It looked like it was actually gold, but it was liquid. And he said, if she wants to accept this healing, I will put this gold in her. but she has to accept. And so, of course, I said, well, what does it do? And he said, this school will slowly, very, very slowly dissolve her fears. And so I asked her, do you want to accept that? And she said, yes. And he
Wow.
put it in her. He put it in her. And yeah, I didn't do, I just watched and reported. That's all I do.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
Wow.
was it her? No, somebody else got all these attachments cut off them, and Angel Raphael came and seared them all. And oh my gosh, it was wild, 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 wild. That's what I have to say. That in person was wild.
That's so wonderful, Terry. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And uh, I haven't done anything out in public. I've done friends and family, but not out in public. So this is very encouraging for me as well. What a beautiful experience, Terry. I
Mm-hmm.
just want to get everybody caught up. Yes, we are. I did have it that we were going to be on Kigaru's channel, but something didn't go through with the YouTube and StreamYard. So we jumped over here and we are live, obviously, on my channel. And thank you guys for all finding us. And thank you for going over to Terry's and waiting. We didn't see you waiting. We just imagined that you knew that we would be there. But thank you very much. And we apologize for the mix up. I also just wanted to say I have a lot of people are asking their questions. I do have your questions. I have, and I just also wanted to read off and say hello to some people, if that's okay. I have, well, first of all, Ron Unconditional, you were on my mind today. Your spirit came to visit me today. Just so you know, there's something you were on my mind. I have Dakota Kelt. I have your question. Jan's Free. Hello. Valerie S. Hello. Ruth. Hello. False Teeth Real Tarot. Belinda. Hello. T Barb, hello, and Carolyn and Hugger and Randy, I do have your question and I do have all the variations, so that will be helpful. And Moko is here. Thanks for coming, Moko. And Hugger Greeter, and Ruth and Junosphere and G Covington, Mara. Everybody's here. And Darlene, new with us today. Everybody, please welcome Darlene. Thanks for asking your question. And oh my gosh, if I can, can I go back that far? Wow. We just thank you guys for following us and making it here. And we apologize for the back and forth. But yeah, so I do have several starred, and we will do. Somebody asked for a spirit guide question. We will do a spirit guide question. We just really wanted to practice with the mediumship since Terry's got us all tuned up. Yeah, yeah. So that's great.
Well,
Okay.
maybe
Mhm.
I don't know if I've already nattered on for a long time, but maybe if we pause in the middle, because I still want to hear about John Binney. Oh my God, that was a powerful show. Powerful.
It was a lot of energy that was transpiring for sure. So let me just see. I'm trying to get, maybe we'll do the spirit guide one first, if you don't mind.
I
And
don't,
then it'll help me tune up because yeah, I think if you guys, it'll just be random. I understand that your question may have come before another person's question, but just to get me tuned in, and I don't want to go to a very important loved one's question first. I just like to, if that makes any sense. So here is the first one. And I think we're just going to hold on the questions right now. We may open it up if we have time at the end, but we're just going to hold on the questions right now. So Valerie S says, hi, everyone. Yes, she made it. Thanks for jumping around with us,
oh,
Valerie. She
thank you.
says, may I please have a message from my guides or ancestors? That's Valerie S. And Epiphany's here. Aw. Thanks for coming, Epiphany. Whew. Okay.
Valerie, your guides have brought a bunch of balloons to my stage, like a big balloon bouquet, a lot of balloons. So let me take a look at these and see if they have meaning. Oh, okay. So they said, we just told you. How come you're not saying it? Okay. They said they are buoying you up. That they are supporting your spirit, buoying, floating you up, and that's what they're doing with you recently. That they love it, but they're just bringing you higher and higher. Oh, they said you can even imagine hanging onto the balloons like that house in the cartoon that flies away with the balloons. They said you can even, when you're meditating, think about holding on to the balloons and being lifted. That's what I got.
Well, Valerie, what they're showing me is she's putting up balloons. How cute. What they're showing me is um, that you're packing and that you're going on a journey. And I believe this is a metaphysical type of, or a metaphor type of example. But it's very specific. They're showing me, you know how sort of like in the Western movies, the cowboy would wrap up their bed and their things, and then it would be like a brown cloth covering it, and then they would have straps covering the brown cloth, and then they would put it on the back of their horse. That's the type of packing. So I'm not sure if you're going camping or what is in that package, what is in that packing, but you're going on a journey. And they're showing me that that this is probably the journey of your soul. And for some reason, I'm getting the inclination that this is something that you do at night, that you're packing for a journey. Let me just see if I can get them to tell me what's in the package for Valerie S. What's in that package that she's packing to go on a journey? Your memories. You're packing your memories, all of your experiences. You bring them with you. You don't leave them behind when you go on your journey. That all of our experiences here in this world, whether it's happy or tragic, we carry them with us as and our soul evolves and becomes this experience, becomes more because of the experience. And they're saying you have a lot of memories, you have a lot of experiences, you're very wise, and you're packing them along very carefully on the back of on the back of the horse, or the animal that's carrying you through your journey. That's very interesting, Valerie. That
Yeah.
that was pretty deep.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I kind of felt a little bit of past lives memories when you were talking, and even other planet memories. She's taken them all.
That's amazing. I'm I yeah. I just think that it's there's an evolution, there's a change in the frequency, and we're just packing everything with us. It's interesting, Valerie. I hope that was helpful for you. Okay, so let's start at the top here, and we'll go with G. Covington. And just if you don't mind, Terry, I have Rani, I have T Barb, I have Darlene, I have Beverly, I have um, Dakota Kelt, and I have Alva. So just so you guys know to stick around.
Okay, great.
So G. Covington says, "Is there a new man coming into my life?" So I'm going to use my pendulum on this one, G. Covington. And the crone zone is here. Hi, ladies. Hi, Heather. Hi, Priscilla. Thanks for coming. Thanks for finding us. I don't know if you heard, we were supposed to be, we were switched around to back and forth.
Sorry.
So, G. Covington, is there a new man coming in to G. Covington's life? So I'm getting a yes, but it was sort of like a wonky yes, like around the corner. It's sort of going around and then yes, and then round and then yes. Let me just see. Is there a new man coming into G. Covington's life by the end of 2022? No. Is there a new man coming into G. Covington's life by the end of 2023? That is saying yes. Are you picking anything up, Terry?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I am on the horse with our our last person. I'm riding a horse in the desert. There are gentle rolling hills, and I saw a man too, but a couple hills over. So I think the next year, not this year, because he's a little far off. Yeah, I saw him. Yeah. So I
That's,
do think there's another man coming in her life.
yeah. And it's important to be specific about what you're looking for, what makes you happy, what you'd like to find in this new man, and feel it. Feel the feelings that you'll have when you spend time together, and how he will make you feel. I think is
Mhm.
really important. It's really important. Yeah, great. Thanks, G. Covington. Appreciate you asking your question. And next we have Rani. Now, Rani did put down a couple. Let me see if I can find. Okay. So Rani says she would like a message from her mother, Canis, Kaniz. And she says she died 3 years back suddenly.
Could you say her name again?
Canis, Kaniz. Is that, would you say, is that the way you would pronounce it, Terry? Canis? Caniz? Kaniz. Caniz.
I
Maybe
think
it's
it's probably fine either way. I'm gonna
okay.
tune into Ronnie.
I'm just hearing her saying my time ran out.
Oh,
It was her it was her destined exit point. I'm seeing a wolf, very nurturing kind of part of the pack. I'm not sure if a wolf is your spirit animal, Rani, but I'm seeing a wolf, very protective type of wolf, very loving. Maybe it's your mother's energy as well, protective and loving, watching over you. She says that she's fine. She says that she was not afraid. And she says it was just like waking up. just like waking up.
Isn't that amazing?
She says, I'm still around you. My energy is still near you. I watch over you. And she wants you to talk to her. She wants you to talk to her. She hears your thoughts. She hears that you are missing her and concerned about her. And she says, "Ooh," she says, I am fine, my darling. She has a very regal type of a sort of energy around her. And she's like, I am fine, my darling. Like, sort of like, I don't know, very angelic, very, she's showing me her spiritual essence. And wow, that's interesting.
Wow. Can I add a little here?
Please, yeah.
So, Ronnie, immediately they drew my eyes to bread dough being kneaded by your mother. I believe it seems to me this is your mother's hands kneading bread dough, kneading. It's not a lot of bread dough, so I kind of feel like this could be flatbread, but she's kneading the dough. She's putting her love into the dough through her hands. She is so very loving to you. And as she kneads the bread, I only kind of hear one thing. She's saying, Ronnie, be useful in this life, because she's using her hands to create something. She says, Ronnie, be useful in this life.
Wow. She does say that she was very angelic and spiritual. Everybody loved her. And she said that she does talk to her all the time. Um, and she was a soul that nobody would forget. Of course not. No, nobody. She's still there. She's still with
Mhm.
you. She's still in your energy. She is still. It's like a vibration that she hears you think about her, and she hears you, and she just wants you to know that she's fine and to calm the if it's a little kind of concerned with her, don't be concerned that she is really good and she's watching over you and she has a very angelic type of a feeling or vibration. I have not seen this before, and for her to say it like that.
Right. She has. I'm just picking up on the very same energy Jean is with, that these hands have this. The voice that I heard had almost exactly how you said that, Jean. But the hands are it's all regal, it's all. And she's not saying anything bad to you. She's just saying be of service. Basically, don't be afraid to be of service to this world. Don't be afraid. And what I'm getting from that is she has your back all the time anyway. She's very close. She's such a lovely lady.
Beautiful spirit. And she said that she's making flatbread for us. That's what she's you see her working with her hands.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because it's not a lot of dough, but yeah. Wow.
That's really nice. Thank you for the feedback, Ronnie. That really does help. And she did say that her voice was very soft, but this is an angelic kind of vibration that it's sort of like stoic, if I'm using the correct term. It's really difficult to describe what we see on the other side, what we feel and what we're seeing. And it's very stoic and very serene, and I just describe it as angelic. So this is what she's trying to send you, this message of calmness, of that she's okay and that she's still with you, and to talk to her and feel the vibration that's around you. And if you see like a little flash in the side of your eye, or if you see a feather, or if you see a penny, whatever sign you see, just say, "Thanks, Mom. I see it. I know it's you. Thanks, Mom." And just acknowledge that, so that she is, uh, knows that you know that she's around you.
Yeah.
I think that was an important part. Sorry.
Thank you for letting us read her. She was so wonderful.
Yeah, she was. Thanks, Randy. Thank you very much. Sorry about your loss. Okay. So our next question is T Barb. She said, "A message from mourning doves, please. They left the nest on my deck, but they're trying to tell me something. They've raised 3 sets of babies last year. They tried following me around, then left." So there's mourning doves that made a nest on your deck and then they left. If she wants to know if they're trying to tell her something, or if it's a sign. Maybe it's not the doves that are trying to tell you something. Let's find out. I'm just going to take down the question.
Um, the mourning doves are listing your qualities to me. They're like, she's so trustworthy. She's so diligent. She never slacks. It's just on and on about how absolutely diligent you are, how trustworthy, how they pick you because of this, because they know that you will help them, you will support them, you'll guide them. Oh, another guide comes in and he says, it's also a reward for you. It's heartwarming and entertaining to see these chicks being raised. And this guide is just so proud of you, just so proud of you, just like she's so on it, so diligent, just so. I kind of at a loss for words. Just he really, really respects you and loves you, and just why wouldn't mourning doves want to come and nest by you? They all should want to nest by you. I'm done.
They feel like that they are resonating with your energy. And I feel like they came into, um, kind of, um, give you a gift, like Terry said, and also because they know that you respect nature and that you have a reverence and that you're tuned in, and they feel very comfortable to begin their family very close to you. And they're also saying that they come to you when you may be in need, or maybe going through a tough time, or heard some difficult news on the TV or something, and they come to you during these times to just remind you of your spirit. It's that mirror, T Barb. They're showing me that mirror again. Remember? It's the mirror. They're showing you the spirit in you. You can see in them. You can feel in them. You can sense and respect in them. This is the spirit that they want you to feel, sense, and respect in you. especially when you're going through these tough times, when you may be suddenly upset because of some tragedy that may happen on the TV or something. They want you to remember the spirit that's in you, to stay centered and stay calm, and to remind you of this. It's a reminder and a reflection. That mirror keeps coming back for T-Barb.
I just have goosebumps all over me for that reading.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, T-Barb. Whew.
Yeah. We got to take a deep breath after that one.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, T-Barb. And what do you want to take, maybe like a short 5 minute or 2 or 3 minutes?
Yeah.
And aw, thank you for being here. And Beth Knight's here, and Starfish is here, and Jill Sinanan is here. I do have a couple more questions, and then we'll see at the end if we are still. Oh, Alice here. Hi, Alice. Thanks for coming. Oh my gosh, thanks everybody. What was it that we were going to discuss at the halftime? What did you want?
Your show with John Binney. That was an amazing show that I will have to go back and watch again. And I've heard from other people that I might have to watch it even again. That is so layered with info that it was amazing. How was it working with him?
It was amazing. I mean, I could definitely feel the energy within this room right here, and it doesn't happen to me all the time, change. And I felt he was like including me, and I was like, I could feel like some sort of a change in the density of the air around me, and I was very exhausted after that show. I was like, oh my gosh. And it was amazing. What he is a singer songwriter, and he writes a song every day, but he writes a song from spirit. When he meditates, he gets a message from spirit, and he hears like a melody, and then he sings a song and records it from spirit. And what he has developed is he does healing, and he he like takes a question, or somebody wants an activation or a healing. What he'll do is he'll get a message from spirit, and follow spirit's lead, and he'll give you either a reading, an activation, or he'll sing you a song. And oh my gosh, that was just so powerful. So much energy and so much love. I could feel it pouring out of him. It was
Mm-hmm.
really an amazing experience. If you haven't had a chance to see it, it was just this past weekend on
Mm-hmm.
my YouTube page, and he will be back. I already asked him, and he was very excited. He loved it. He said that he felt very safe with me. He thought that everybody in the chat was very high vibrational and really holding space. It's very important to hold space when this healing is being done, and everybody got something out of it, and everybody was just really a team effort. It was a beautiful experience. So thank you to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well, I know that the day before at the fair, I had interacted with a healer guy who had done some deep energy work in me, which tired me out. And because we were going to have this show yesterday, but Jean thankfully told me to hold off and rest because in the morning I watched her John Binney show, and I have read the first three people that he read. And when I was listening, I was trying to listen and do something else, and I couldn't. I had to stop and keep listening, and the healing felt deep in me too. It wore me out even more. I was just I was like a rag doll by the end of that because it was very deep, very,
It
very
was
deep.
intense. It was great. It was great. Well, thank you,
Mhm.
everybody. And I just wanted to do a shout out for Visual Arts. Lawson is here. She says, "Love you guys."
Her.
We've been wanting to get in touch with you. Thank you very much for being here and for chatting and for letting us know that you're here. We know that, um, yeah, we love you, and please definitely keep in touch. We're so glad to hear that, to see you here.
Mhm.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to continue on with the questions. And just so you know, make sure everybody sticks around for their question. I have Darlene, Beverly, Dakota, and Alva. And hopefully, we'll see how far we go. We did get started pretty late, so I'll may be able to take another question or two at the end. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Darlene can you see if there's a message from my friend Lena who passed away? Today is her birthday. Okay, so we'll contact Lena for Darlene. She's giggling and she's like, "Oh, me, you want to talk to me?" She's like, um, thrilled, honored that you're calling to speak to her. She's giggling. She's sending you blessings. She's sending you blessings. She's sending you serene relaxation. She wants you to make sure you take care of yourself and relax, and and to make sure that work-life balance is doable for you. She's sending you blessings. She's sending you sort of like smoothing your path in front of you. Oh, and um, she sees your family growing, and she's thrilled. She's loving it on the other side. She says, I know everything that's going on over here. And she's just tickled. Terry, do you have anything? I'll keep
I can see she's just tickled. I can see the giggling. She's on my stage, and I have to interpret this a little bit, but she's wearing a dress with cherries on it. And as she's giggling, the cherries are bouncing because they're both in the print and actually cherries there. I don't know if she loved cherries a lot, but she's giggling. The cherries are bobbing around. Oh, she's saying, enjoy the fruits of the summer, enjoy the fruits of your knowledge or friendship, or did this spiritualness that's growing. She wants you to enjoy the fruits of this. I'm getting the feeling that that some of this is growing in you. It's coming out. It's going to bloom. It's going to blossom. It's going to have fruit. What a fun lady. I mean, she's still just giggling. Nina, is there just any other message you want to give her? Any other message?
Yeah, it's that work-life balance and enjoying the fruits of your labor. Like life is a
Mhm.
bowl of cherries. She wants you to enjoy
Mhm.
it.
It has a
Enjoy.
lot to do. I get a lot of summertime energy here, like enjoy this summer, enjoy the summer energy that because all the things have fruit in the summer, and yeah, that's what she's saying.
And she knows that that restores your spirit. She knows that rejuvenates you. And she just wants you to drink it all in because that's what life's about. Drink it all
Mhm.
in. She's honored that you remember her birthday. And this is the summer. She loves the summer because of her birthday being in the summer.
Hmm.
Anything else, Lena? Let me see. She's showing me like a bunny or a rabbit. Um, Sort of like bunnies multiply. You know how bunnies multiply? So it seems like there may be um, a growth period for you, something expanding and growing. Oh, she wants you to have somebody, she wants you to get an assistant that is takes more off of your plate. That's what she said. Wow, that's really good. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, I was just going to say, as you were talking, she redirected my vision towards her feet, and Lena was kind of rolling around with her feet. Lemons. Lemons are on the stage, and she's moving around, and she's singing a little ditty, a little song like lemons, lemonade. And then there's a song, but I don't know the song. I don't even know the words to the song. I want to say that it's a rap song that has lemons and summer in it and lemonade, and I don't know. I can't quite clearly get it, but maybe just again enjoying summer, the lemonade of summer.
Wow, that's beautiful. Well, thanks for your question, Darlene. And thank you, Ruth, for your support. And hello to Dozen Cats for Me. She oracles Wellness Tarot. I'm going to be on Dozen Cats for Me this Sunday. I'm going to do
Oh,
Allie's show. Allie's show at 1 o'clock and Dozen Cats for Me. Right after that, I believe I'll have to double check the time. Actually, Kelly, if you're still here, I know that you sent me the note. I just can't remember the time right now. It's either 2:30 or 3. But yeah, so come check us out on Dozen Cats for Me, Oracles, Wellness, and Tarot channel. I'll be there on Sunday. Looking forward to that. I love hanging out with Kelly. Love hanging out with Kelly. And Darlene says, thank you. You're welcome, Darlene. Thank you. Okay. Um, 3 o'clock Eastern. Okay, thank you. So I'll be on with Kelly 3 o'clock Eastern. Thanks, Cal. Appreciate that. So next we have Beverly Davis. And do my parents have any message for me? They've been gone for a long. Oh, Beverly, you know what? I didn't read that. Do you have your parents' names? It just would get us there faster. So let's just hold on Beverly's and ask her to put your parents' first name only is fine, and we'll come back to you. And so Dakota Kelt has, does my father Mervyn Adams have a message for me? Thanks, Dakota Kelt. And thanks, Beverly Davis. Yeah, I'll watch for you to put in your parents' names, okay? Mervyn Adams for Dakota Kelt. Her father, Mervyn.
if you get something, go ahead, because I'm having a tiny family mix up here where my father-in-law, who is an Adams, has showed up. I'm going to see if he'll go get Mervyn.
I did see Dakota Kelt. If you could tell me, I did see somebody who was a little more trim kind of a shape. Was not overweight, but not skinny, but just sort of like he sort of kept his physique throughout his entire life. Is that correct? I just want to make sure I'm connecting with the right energy there. I asked. I'm looking at my. Mhm.
I I think Mervyn wants to put me through my paces a bit here. You know how sometimes we can read, they show us their rows to read. He's showing me a chicken. I got to read a chicken now. Um, it's a Rhode Island red chicken. It's very stately, such as Janine has described here, stately. You know, a trim chicken, not a fat chicken. Um, Mervyn, can you tell me more? It's hard reading a chicken. He said this rooster though can scare away the bad guys. This rooster's protective. He protects you. He protects others. He's very proud of his family. He felt like he really provided the corn. Um, I, it'd be nice if he gave us a message about if that chicken makes any sense at all.
She said his parents had chickens. His
Okay.
parents raised chickens, and he was on a farm. So we have the right guy,
Okay.
Mervyn. And I
Okay.
think what he's having trouble communicating with me because he's given us these messages, these pictures, these pieces of evidence, and I just want him to think what he wants to say to Dakota Kelt. Just like telepathically, feel it in his soul, Mervyn. Just feel in your soul what you want us to tell Dakota Kelt. And we can pick that up on your from your energy because he's like send her this, and we just want him to just relax and to feel what he wants to tell you. He's telling now. He's talking to me now. See, I can feel that the soul,
Hmm.
his if he just he's what he's telling me is that you're a very hard worker, and it comes down in the family. I know you did tell us he was a farmer and his parents raised chickens, but he's also telling me you're a hard worker. You get this hard worker. You're always busy. You're always active, and you're a hard worker. You like to get things done, and you like to do projects, and you don't like to be idle. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do, and he's saying that you get this energy from us, and that he is proud of you. Let me see what else, Mervyn. You're doing well. I love the communication, Mervyn. Tell me more. He's saying, whoa, about the times that we're living in right now. He's saying, whoa, all of those ups and downs and turns. He's like, it's like a roller coaster with the ups and downs and turns. He's like, your life is like a roller coaster with all these things being thrown at us, like the COVID, and then this happens on the TV. And then he's saying it's like a roller coaster. He sees that you're able to stay on the rails, though. He sees you being turned one direction, turned another direction. He sees you on this roller coaster, and he feels that you're holding onto the rails, and he's like, this is like the what did you say, Terri? Like the salt of the earth. Like
Yep.
you have that strength to hang on to those rails no matter how life sends you on these curves, on these ups and downs. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Boy, I asked him to feel, and he's showing me all this.
I'm still seeing him in chicken form a little, but he is showing me that stuff. He's saying she scratches for a living. He scratches hard. He's a hard worker. His breasts just grow because he loves you so much. He is extremely, extremely proud that you chose to come to Earth at this time. This roller coaster time, that he's very proud. I have to say he's a little proud of him raising you. He's a little proud of that. That has not gone away. He's a little proud that he did a good job raising you. Wow. I think I'm going to have to kind of let him go, because the chicken he's a good, I mean, what a guy. What a salt of the earth guy, hard worker, providing for his family. Loves that he sees the big picture now. His chicken eyes are just like laser beams. He can see everything. He can see that you chose to come at this time. You chose him as your parent. He's so proud. He's just so proud. He just couldn't. Oh, good Lord. He said, I couldn't be prouder if I were a Banty chicken, because they're very proud birds. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mervyn.
She says he does have a wicked sense of humor, and they called him Smurf. I'm not sure
Well,
why. And she did say that she doesn't sit well. That's why I said she has always got a project. She always has something to do. There's no time to waste. You got to do something.
scratching.
Oh my gosh. And
He
that they raised chickens. And oh my gosh, he did really, really well, Dakota Kelt. He did really well. And in the beginning, it was almost like he was showing me like flashes. And
Mhm.
I love when I ask them to just feel in their soul, and I can feel the vibration. And boy, he just came right out. He just came right out and was giving me so much feeling. He's a really, really good communicator, Dakota Kelt. So you may be able to,
Mhm.
connect with him yourself for sure.
Yeah.
Very energetic, very powerful.
Mhm.
Neat, neat. Okay, I did get Beverly Davis. They give me the names of her parents. I'm sorry, I did see that. Thank you. Thank you for giving it to me again. Yeah, there's a lot of. Okay. Oh, okay. Beverly Davis would like a message from her parents, and George and Beverly, and she does say that she misses them dearly. Thank you for your question, Beverly, and thank you for being here. Aw. She's saying something. Dakota Kelt is saying Danka something. She's saying something in Celtic, Patamaya.
Mhm.
Thank you, Dakota Kelt. You're welcome. Oh, God love her. He's really something. Okay, so I lost that. George and Beverly. I mean, sorry, George and Beverly for Beverly.
Mhm.
So they're telling me that they had a lot of fun. They were very not carefree, but lighthearted. They like to have fun. They like to have giggles. They like to go out and do things. They always had like a little adventure. And no matter what they did, they made it fun for you and say, do you want to go to the store? Do you want to go sledding? Do you want to do like, let's go to the beach? Like they were kind of fun people. They just threw caution to the wind. They weren't like bogged down with work, or they didn't have a lot of serious worries that consumed them or their spirit. They had very light, young, lively spirits. And this is what they're showing me, that they like to do family trips and really enjoyed themselves. Maybe went to the amusement park or went to the seaside or went to the mountains. Like they like to do these family things and they really enjoyed spending time with the family. They seem like really neat people, neat parents.
Mhm.
George and Beverly.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. At first, when George and Beverly came out onto my stage, they were chickmunks and they were so excited and they were just going around and doing this, doing, like doing the adventures. And then I'm like, please, we just had chickens. Can you talk to me? And then they became people and were showing me, and they are agreeing with what Jean said, but they're showing me themselves as human. There was a lot of love for each other. They loved each other a lot. They, I can see them kind of leaning into each other, like they're creating their own little cove of safety, of love, and they loved the family. And there were hard times. They're showing me their hard times, but they tried their best, their darndest, to hide the hard times as much as possible from you and to present the good times because they knew that their job was to raise you and to raise you as freely as possible, to give you all the tools that you need to navigate this life. And they're so proud of you. They're still together over there. They're not, because sometimes you go off on different adventure. They go somewhere else sometimes, but they're actually still together. And okay, they're showing me two flames, two candles. So I think that's the deal there. Oh, and butterflies. Suddenly just a bunch of white and purple butterflies, just like they just set a bouquet out or something. Just the butterflies are just love, acknowledgement of you. Oh man. They want you to hold these butterflies kind of in your heart a little bit when you're having bad times, when things are not as fun as you want. Remember that they wish you butterfly. They wish you just beautiful, beautiful butterflies. And
I think that that may be a sign that she'll see or has seen as well. The butterflies,
mm-hmm,
if you see butterflies
mm-hmm,
that make you think of your parents, that they're always around you and that they're
mm-hmm,
always bestowing blessings on you. And I think that that twin flame that you saw, Terry, was this joy that they had that they'd love to share with that they'd love to be with the family so much that all this joy is because they were twin flames and they just really it just seemed like such a beautiful relationship and a beautiful energy. And Beverly, their energy is still here. You can still
mm-hmm,
tap into that. You can still bring them close to you and have those memories. They're not. They're always in your heart. And I believe that those butterflies are either signs that you have seen or will see. And let me see if there's anything else, George and Beverly, that you can give your daughter Beverly, just as a some guidance. They're very casual. They're like, oh, she's going to be fine. She's going to be just fine. And um, They're just very sweet, very gentle, but very casual. They just don't have this like heavy seriousness to them. They're just very like everything's going to be fine. It's like very reassuring and loving. You're doing well. We're in the wind. We are in the wind.
Ooh.
That's how close they are, Beverly. Just know that they're there watching over you. That was really nice.
Aw,
Thank you, Beverly.
yeah.
Well, Terry, I don't want to put you on the spot. We have one question left, but how are you feeling? Are you feeling maybe opening it up for two questions, or do you want to just take this last one?
I'm feeling pretty good. So it'd be just last one and another one?
Yeah,
I
you want to
I
do
can do
that?
that. I can
Okay.
do that.
So
Yeah.
what I'd like to do is open it up, but I do want to just ask if somebody has not had a chance to ask a question before, or if you're new here and would like to ask a question, we'll leave the one question up and I'll just take the first one that comes through. If you haven't asked a question before and you're new here, we've had a lot of new people ask questions today. It was really good. We really appreciate that. And just would like to because some people were coming over from Facebook and they don't get over too quickly. Sometimes they see it a little later. So go ahead. Yeah. So we'll get started on our last question here, and we'll do one more if somebody wants to put it in. This is from Alva Yarder. Hi, Alva. I dreamt about mom and dad yesterday. Any messages? It's a family kind of a
Mhm.
show, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I hear your dad say in this very deep voice that I can't probably recreate, but we're so pleased that you heard us. We're just, we're amazed at your ability to hear us. What else do you want to say?
Alva says her parents' names are Charles and Francis.
Who's in France? Charles, he said. Oh, they're kind of just filling my vision with red. But in this case, it's like red heart love. Oh, red hearts all over the place. They're just so amazed that you got them, that you got their message. They're really quite amazed and happy. And it's almost like dad just reached over and there's like a chalkboard beside him. And it's like he put a check on it, like, whoop, there we got her. We got her that time. It's like they're gonna keep track of this. Like he's gonna keep giving you messages and mom too. And they're going, I don't know why there's a little teacher element feeling in here, like we're gonna keep track of that, or a data scientist somehow. Okay. Do you have a message? Just keep going. He says, keep fishing. Uh, keep fishing. Keep having fun. I'm, I don't know if that's fishing for fish or fishing for other like gifts or whatever. That that's his message.
So I'm getting two songs. Thanks, Terry. Thanks. That was nice. I'm getting two songs, and one is the one about the Band of Gold, and it's a 70s song or an 80s song. I don't know. I'd have to look up lyrics about a Band of Gold, but I can't sing it either. I don't have the tune, but they're definitely showing me the band of gold, and sort of like one piece of the band is glistening, like it's catching the light. You know how like gold is so shiny
Mhm,
when it
mhm.
catches the light, it's glistening. And I'm also hearing the song um, of mother and child reunion. It's such an emotional way or something. I don't know the song. If you can, I do you know that song that I'm talking about? Let me just
I
see.
do. I don't know about the
Uh,
I don't know the Band of Gold lyrics, but the mother and child reunion, I want to say, is such a blessing to. I don't think that's the right thing. I'm not your song person at all, but I love that
oh,
song.
it's Mother and Child Reunion by Paul Simon.
Mm.
Sorry, I have to. Band of Gold by Frida Payne, and it's 1970s. So wow, Alva, they're giving me these songs, and they're you. I would go ahead and um, check
Google the
the
lyrics.
lyrics. Check out the lyrics. Yeah. Miranda, I have your question. Thank you. Um, thank you for, and then now the questions are closed, so we'll just take Miranda's. Thank you. So they were, let me just see what else they were telling me. Alva, Charles, go ahead.
Starfish put just a little bit of the lyrics. I recognize it's only a moment away. Oh my
That's right.
goodness. Woo.
That's right. I mean, I wouldn't read too much into that, Alva. That sounds a little
Mhm.
ominous.
Yeah, no, no, no. What I got out of that is, remember, the veil is right here. It's right. It's only a moment away. They're so close to you.
Yeah, I would definitely check both of those songs out. I mean, there was
Mhm.
something else about the Band of Gold that they were showing me. And I think the reunion, I think that I do know Alva, and I do know that I believe that your mother has passed recently, and the reunion was probably between your parents. And this is the way they were making me say reunion, was to give me that song, and or there's lyrics in there that are going to comfort you. But they gave me songs, and songs. I don't know if they were very musical or if you're very musical, or but they're showing me that there was a reunion, and that they are watching over you. Um, they're very harmonic. They're very harmonic. They're just sending me frequencies and sounds in the voice, and they're telling me that music is healing for you too, Alva, and tones and music and harmony and harmonics. They're telling me that this is something like maybe sound healing, maybe nature sound. They're just very harmonic. They're sending in, and it's very loving energy, and it's very angelic. And now they're showing me angels that have those big long horns that like
Ooh, like
it's very
Gabriel.
it's very oh, she said classical music for them or for you, and she's getting chills. Good. I'm glad this means something to you, Alva, because it's kind of hard to make sense of what they're saying. um wow, thanks for letting us know. Is that you for classical music or them for classical music? um
Ooh, did you see what Barb just put up? She put up part of the Band of Gold lyrics. Since you've been
oh,
gone, all that's left is a band of
is
gold. All that's left of the dreams it holds, a band of gold, and a dream of what love could be if you were still here with me. Oh, that just gives me chills.
Aw,
Hmm.
aw, wow. And Alva said that they loved classical Spanish music. They're very harmonic coming through in their. They sent me
Mhm.
songs. They're sending me vibrations. They're sending me horns. They're sending me pictures of angels.
Mhm.
They're just sending me and it's all loving vibrations, just pouring the blessings on you, Alva. Just pouring the blessings on you, and very loving. It's so beautiful. I'm
Mhm.
sorry that it was a little. I wasn't sure about those songs, but oh, good. She's getting chills. She said,
I
"Ah,
chills. It's amazing, amazing how they're choosing to interact with
community."
us
Mm-hmm.
and
Uh-huh. Yeah.
communicate, through us with them. It is amazing.
Wow. That was beautiful, really beautiful. Well, thank you, and thank you to everybody who has asked a question. And we have a newcomer. Hi, Miranda Anderson. Thank you very much for asking your question. I wanted to give some opportunity to people who come on a little bit later and didn't get their question in the beginning to ask. And so this would be the last one for the night. And I would love a reading if you have time. I don't know if you're going to do more. Uh, I'm not sure if I have guides, but I'm very frustrated with everyone who is supposed to be helping me. Am I overreacting? You're, I'm not sure I have guides, but frustrated with everyone who is supposed to be helping me. And Miranda, if you can give us just a little more information, is this um, your guides supposed to be helping you, or the community and people in your life are supposed to be helping you? I'm very frustrated with everyone who's supposed to be helping me. Aw. Okay, so let's just see what Miranda's guides have to say about what's going on with Miranda. Thanks for your question, Miranda. We'll see what message we can get to help you
Mhm.
out.
And Miranda, right off the bat, I just want to say everybody's got guides, including you. You got an angel and you got at least a guide, but you probably have more than one. But you have to ask them for help too, by the way.
Okay, and now she's saying, I guess I'm asking for a message from my guides who are supposed to be helping me, and normal people too. So a little bit of both, she's wondering.
Mm.
Let me see if we can help you out there, Miranda. They said that their messages that they're sending you are very subtle, and it's not going to be it's not going to you it's important for you to be quiet and still and have your phone turned off, the noise, the music turned off, and be in a quiet place. And if there's other people in your house, sometimes just sitting in a dark closet. I know that sounds funny, but it does help you to center yourself. And they're saying that they are giving you signs, and they're very subtle, but you're missing them because you have a lot of distraction around you. Whether this is the people that are distracting you, your situation that's distracting you, there's some sort of commotion going on around you, Miranda. Miranda, right? Yeah, Miranda. And they're just saying if you can find a quiet place, and even if you could go in your car somewhere and park on the side in a park somewhere where there's like a wooded area, and just turn off the car and be quiet and still. And they said that just to get used to hearing them talk to you and not hearing them, but sort of like you'll have like a thought in your mind and it'll sound like you, but it's them talking to you. And they just want you to start feeling their presence and knowing that they're around. And they're saying, just like the tiniest little butterfly, they're very, very subtle. They said, you may see a feather, you may see a penny on the ground, you may hear a song that makes you think of somebody. They said, all of these things are us. All of these things are us. We're not going to, uh, be an apparition and talk to you face to face. We're going to just give you small little signs that you can explain away. We all can explain these away, but they're going to be dropping these little coincidences, these little synchronicities, like, oh, that just happened. Oh, how did I find that? That's exactly what I was looking for. Or I was just thinking of that person. These are your guides, and they're guiding you with just subtle little messages. And when I say message, it doesn't have to be a verbal message. It's just clues. It's just for you to see them. Just like the morning doves, if you were listening earlier with T Barb, the morning doves will come and they'll kind of like just look right at you. And you'll be like, why is that bird looking right at me? Just something to catch your attention. And they're just saying to touch your spirit, to realize that to notice your spirit, to acknowledge your spirit inside. Do you have anything, Terry? I'll see if I can get anything.
Yeah, I I got a bunch of different things. So the first thing that they're showing me right away is you heard them as a child. You knew and heard and interacted with them
Mm,
as a child, and then slowly that was, you know, taken out of you. Parents probably say, "Oh, quit, quit, quit play acting, quit telling us things like that," and or like, "You're just making that up. Stop it." And they said they have always been with you. You used to hear them. You will hear them again. Um, they're showing me that you have a lot of doubts right now, that it's harder for them to talk to you right now because you have doubts. You I feel like somebody has made you feel bad for this, or that potentially made you feel like you could be mentally ill. I'm not giving you a diagnosis in any way, but that somebody's made you feel pretty bad about the interactions with them, and they hope you can overcome that because they want to talk to you. There's nothing wrong with you. Um, but they are also reminding me to tell you that you must live your life. They are not going to tell you what to do. They're not going to make any choices for you. That's human business. They're not in, they're in the spiritual business. You're in the human business. You have to make decisions for yourself, and you should also be aware you can't make wrong decisions. I mean, you can make less than optimal decisions, but you can't really make a wrong decision. You're here on your adventure, on your path to learn, to grow, to experience all of this. When you experience something very frustrating, something that just drives you crazy, and those people around you aren't fixing it, they aren't helping you, they're telling me that you have to enjoy that too. That it's part of the journey, it's part of the adventure. They're calling your life an adventure. Um, it's part of the adventure. And they have given me one hint for you. When you try to get quiet, when you try to do your meditation, or when you do what Jean said, you drive your car to a park just to sit there to have some quiet or something where no one's going to be bothering you. They are suggesting um, guided meditations, but they're particularly suggesting those lambda waves. There are
Oh,
YouTubes that you can turn on, and it just has the frequency, and it doesn't have a song or anything like that. You can play that while you're trying to be quiet. It will enhance your mind, enhance your ability to hear them. If you, I mean, I'm feeling like they're telling me lambda waves, but if you don't like lambda waves, choose delta or theta or a different gamma wave, and see which one works with your brain. And they are very much giving me the impression, or a little, like a little push, a little nudge, like, don't listen to the ones with songs in them. They want you to listen to the actual wave. Um, yeah, that's what I got.
it'll help center and focus her mind, is what I'm
Mhm.
hearing. That's
Mhm.
really good. That's really good. Um, they are guides and they will guide you, but
Mhm.
it's they won't tell you what to do. And T. Barb said that it's like a gut feeling. Like if you feel like you need to do this, but you're not sure, trust your gut. They want you to trust your own instincts. That's them talking to you, your own instincts. Don't be afraid to
Mhm.
make a move. Don't be afraid to take a step and
Yep.
to take action and take back your power. People
Mhm.
don't have power over you unless you give it to them. They want you to be and have your own power and listen to their guidance that they're telling you. And in the way they're not telling you what to do, they're giving you these feelings for you to trust your own instincts. They're telling, just like if you were watching earlier, just like how I told them to think about how what they want to say to me in their soul, and then I could feel what they were saying. And you have to trust these feelings and these gut feelings that you're getting, and these ideas that you want to step out and do this or change that. Do step out, change that, do this, try it. They want you to take action, and then they can start guiding you. They can't guide you if you're just staying still. They can't guide you if you are not open to making a step. um, so they can't say this is a guaranteed path and this is the one to go on. They're just saying this is what we want you to try. Try this. And it's important for you to take your own initiative and believe in yourself, believe in your own instincts. It's very important. Hmm.
Mhm. And they're saying always learn, always learn. So let's say you take the step and it doesn't work out the way you wanted to. What did you learn from that? Think about what you learned, because that's the most important part. When you encounter somebody who is really, they're supposed to be helping you, it feels like they're not helping you. You're feeling very emotional about it. Just remember that that person back in heaven, when you agreed to come down, they agreed to do that for you. So instead of getting angry, instead of being angry at them, remember, oh, I invited this. Okay, what am I supposed to learn? So learn, because it makes it faster. Yeah, that's the one super good hint, that when somebody is annoying the bejesus out of you, it means learn quickly. What do you need to learn here? Learn it and move on.
Find the lesson
Yeah.
that is coming from the situation that you're in. That's really, really good,
Mm-hmm.
Terry. And Miranda Anderson, we send you so much love, so much support. Thank you for your question. And I think you're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel that instinct inside of you and take a step. And and all the best to you. And come back and let us know how you're doing. And I really appreciate you stepping out. Sometimes people are just watching and listening and they don't want to ask a question, but I really appreciate you stepping up, Miranda. I haven't had a question from you before, and I just felt like there was somebody else out there that needed to ask their question. It is helpful to hear other people's readings. It does help as well. But yeah, but just thank you so much for your bravery. I know it took some courage to ask your question, and please come back again. So Pure Wet's here, and we also have a VIP in the house, and we have John Binney is here. Hey, John. You're a rock star now. You were a rock star before, but this whole community loves you now, John, for sure. Angels are a big theme for me today. Power of the angels are within us. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. Um, and thanks, John, for stopping by. And he's saying hello to the chat, and the chat is just going wild. But thanks for stopping by. We are just wrapping it up. And Terry, I just want to say thank you very much for being such a huge support to me and to all of us. And yeah, we're going to go and try and fix that, whatever it was on Terry's channel. So the next time we can be on Terry's channel. Thank you guys for finding us here when we said we were going to be over there. And it just happened. So it was divinely orchestrated for sure. So, and Ron Unconditional, you were on my mind today. I got to tell you. Yeah. Yeah. Just wanted to say a special shout out to you. Yeah. It's your guiding, loving spirit that was coming over me today. So I appreciate that. Your words last long and they come back to me and I hear them often. So they're very powerful, Ron. And we just appreciate you. We appreciate all of the moderators and just everybody who asked their question. We do it for you, but you do it for us. It's a win-win situation when you guys come here. So but if anybody would like a private reading with Terri Suzuki, you can go to her website, which is kigaruspiritualjourneys.com, and you can book a private reading with Terri. And she is all tuned up from this weekend. She's going crazy. And I also am accepting private readings, and my website is Sun Psychic Gene. So if you are watching this now or later, we'd love to have you reach out to us. And it's just about an hour 30. So is there anything else you'd like to say?
I want to say thank you to you for saving my butt.
Oh yeah. It's
saving my problems with my StreamYard. Thank you. And thank you
You're
for
welcome.
driving and doing all the hard lifting, the heavy lifting.
You're welcome. I'd just like to say a special shout out to Terry Lee. We miss you. We love you. We'll see you again real soon. And a special shout out to Wisdom Seeker Joan, both of our classmates and coworkers here, co-psychics. We just want to send you out lots of love and let you know we're thinking about you. All right. Bye to everybody. God love you. Ron says bye, everybody. So much love and stay safe. Isn't he the best? Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks again for coming. Bye-bye.